What is going on, everyone? What's happening? What are you guys up to, huh? Oh boy. So my hair it's a disaster. I'm not prepared for this at all. Hey, it's Boxing Day. Yesterday was Christmas and whatever. You know what? But I want to say one thing. One thing. Let's just see here. So this may be a shock. No one's seen this coming. This is like the biggest curveball in the world. But yeah, check this out. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Oh boy. All right, let's do a quick let's do a good news, everyone. Let's do a quick roll call, see who we got in the house. I see myself in the Twitchster. No one's there yet. It is Friday, so we usually have a small audience, but what are we sitting at? 40 viewers. Or wait, I got the wrong thing on. We got 37 viewers, 7 likes. Come on, guys, smash that like button. Come on, is everyone come on, like we don't have to be Scrooges anymore. Christmas is over. We're just the day after. It's Boxing Day. There should be sales. RAM could be on sale today, guys, for 8 gigabytes and maybe $3,000. Thumbs up. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right. So I see you, Squirrel Master. What is happening? The pirate, what's going down? Alvadas Jokabakis, what is happening? Oh, the one and only Fud. Is that working? Fudweiser. What? Fudweiser. I don't know if that works. My button lights are all weird and colored. And I don't know what happened there. You guys are talking about cooking some dinner or something by the looks of things. We got Bits Please YT. What is happening? The Pirate, Jock McMiner, obviously Fudweiser there. Bits Please YT. What's happening? Dream Crypto Mining's in the house. What else do we got? What else do we got? Scrolling. What is that? All Crypto 31. Yoda Pie. What's going on, Yoda Pie? You gonna come join? You gonna come chat? You were skiing on no snow. So how's that work? How do you ski with no snow? You just like go and like scrape, need new skis, and that was a waste of money. I don't know. One Universe scam coin miner. Yeah, that's just some crazy stuff going on with that thing. I don't have anything interesting to share. So someone was pointing out, where is this? Oh yeah. So the pirate says, what do you mean nothing interesting? So I didn't know half of this stuff. Oh, I Project Scam. We made a video on that. Exelis difficult fork. Yeah, they've been forking like crazy. I don't know if anything's fixed there yet. Most altcoins going to zero. That's not really much news, but this 9950 X3D2 probably to release at CES. X3D2. That's interesting. How is that? I wonder what they're going to do with that. Are they adding more L3? More 3D VCache? Is it going to add faster stuff? I'm more curious about the 24 core consumer grade that's going to be outrageously expensive when that releases. Curious about that bad boy. What else do we got going on here? I think Team JFK. I see what is happening. Secure C, what is happening there? Slothman 2020. I see. Oh, it just jumped on me finally. Oh, I got some crazy burp action. Sorry, guys. Crypto Powder Doug. MRX 625 and Sausage Slaps. What? Oh, that's an insane name. Sausage Slaps. All right, so I think we're caught up. That's all the stuff that's happening there. Thank you for coming out, guys, and I will see you on the next one. I'm just kidding, guys. Like, I don't know. There isn't much really to talk about, though. But this is how I feel. Let me just bring this up right here. We're going to go to this. Yeah. So look at this. This is how I feel right now. State of Crypto Mining, December 2025. Look at the hair and just like you're just tired. Oh boy, guys, here we go again. We're gonna be starting another year soon, and it's not a good year. It's like starting bear market year. Like, it's rough. But I've always said a lot of times, bear market mining can be some of the most profitable times in crypto mining. Bull market mining, in theory, well, you should have that, but that's when all the hash rate's high and this and that, and we don't know what's going to peak. Obviously, nothing for us really did, but and then all the yields are the absolute lowest stuff. So we're coming in some new times. Some new scam coins are going to emerge. Yes, scam coins, rug pulls. there's going to be a whole flood of them coming up. And obviously, if you get on them quick and you outrug the ruggers, there's a decent amount of money to be made if you play the cards right. Not financial advice, but we're coming up to crazy times again. So it'll be interesting. Very interesting times. XMR is doing very well, actually. It surprised me. It didn't surprise me. I expected, $400 again, but it's still holding pretty strong. Past week here, let's go past month. Like past month, it's still doing pretty decent. 1 year, look at the 1 year. XMR is still like this is looking stronger than Bitcoin. Obviously it's not as high or anything, but like strength and stuff, like that's crazy. And then here's for all, boom, boom, and then new all-time highs. I think it broke. What is the last one? 453. Let's just see here. What is this telling us? All-time high. Oh, 2021 was still the all-time highest here. It says a 517. That's pretty good. We're only 15% off from that. So actually, we're doing pretty good right now. All-time low, 2015. It was only 21 cents. 21 cents. XMR is up 205,000% from 2015. That's insane. That's pretty insane. Good old XMR doing some stuff. Nice. But yeah, for the past month, it is strong. I'm curious, what does Bitcoin look like for the past month? Let's go to Bitcoin. 1 month. Bitcoin's not looking good. 1 year even. Like, yeah, XMR is looking a lot stronger than Bitcoin is right now over the past 1 month and the 1 year. So that's nice. That's nice. And Monero, that's CPUs, guys. CPUs. Nice and healthy. Nice and healthy. Obviously, there's still not that much profit there because there's too much hardware. I haven't checked the hash rate. What is the hash rate looking like on Monero these days? 6.82 gigahash. That's up there. That's up there. That's some hash rate. That's a little bit of hash rate there. Let's dump this into, where is my sheet? Did I see anything? Did IotaPi say anything about joining? Almost same amount. I can't see if he said anything. I think he's just relaxing. Rabid figure out how to do graphics. What? No, I didn't. Maybe. Kinda. I don't know. Oh, cool face reveal. But you have hair. Yeah, I have hair. Of course. I got some hair up there. Maybe it's a wig. I'm not going to tell you. Oh, drop you a link. Oh, he's going to join, guys. I need my headset. Oh, this is going to get intense. We're gonna get to the bottom of I and all sorts of things here. I'm just kidding. We're just gonna talk about stuff. Where's the link? It might be the same link I sent you before because I never refreshed anything, but we'll see. We will see. Where is the button for links? Copy invite link. All right, there. All right, let's bring up some Discord action as long as my PC doesn't freeze on me. Where's Discord? All right, it's loading. Loading. Alberta, LLJ92 is from Alberta as well. Nice, nice. Whereabouts in Alberta are you at? Looking at Biden ASIC. Can you confirm this is correct? LR Crypto. That's interesting. I just got a DM from LR Crypto. Now there's an LLJU in the live chat. Is that the same person? Johannes, sales at Njord Mining. Okay. All right, I just gotta find a IotaPi here now. Let's see. There he is. There he is. Sending the link again. I think it's the same one, but I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, it looks like the same link. All right, there we go. Oh, he's already here. He was ahead of me. Whoa.
Hey, buddy.
It just said that you were here. Okay, he found the other one because it's the same one.
Yeah, it was the same one. Same link. Thanks. How you doing?
All right. Oh, rough times out there.
Yeah. No, I did some skiing this past week. Turned off the PC for the most part, and found every rock and top of pine tree that I possibly could, and gave the skis the name tools, not jewels.
Yeah, how do you ski with no snow? How's that
Not
work?
well. Not well at all.
You need a quad.
Yeah. Yeah. Lots of the same run over and over again.
Should have went dirt biking.
Should have. But the day we left Christmas Day, and it was just raining. It got so warm out there. So.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah. I
That's
mean,
crazy.
flew home to Atlanta, and it's 65 degrees. Had to turn the AC on. We got home.
Holy crap! And we had a deep freeze here while Christmas went by. Last week or so, it's been like in Celsius minus 25 to 30, and at night is around felt like minus 40. It's crazy. And we got like, I don't even know, a half a foot of snow in 2 days.
Oh my God. Yeah. No, I would have loved to have that. Yeah. No, next month, I think we're heading out to Colorado again, heading out to Steamboat, and hopefully it'll have some snow.
Colorado should.
Yeah. That champagne snow, as they call it.
What the heck is that?
It's like really light and fluffy.
Oh yeah, that's the good snow.
Yeah. It's the good stuff. That's the
good stuff.
So, what nothing happened last week? I mean, well, the pirate knows everything that happened.
It seems like I didn't hear half of that. So, well, I didn't hear anything about the 9950X 3Ds.
Yeah. Like, that's interesting. 192 megabytes of L3. That's really good considering the clock speed.
Is that what it is? 192?
That's what he said. Yeah.
That's going to be a cubic ripper.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, the best we can really get from that was the second gen Rome 7532 has 256 megabytes of L3, and that's a monster for cheap. But I kind of see the advantage of the 9950X with the the AVX 512 and the higher clock speeds.
Yeah, it's going to be higher clock speeds also.
Compared to the second gen Rome, for sure.
So this is interesting. You know what? It almost seems like, well, minus the L3, it's almost like they're making the 10,000 series, but calling it the 9,000 series. Because isn't that what they do from 3 to 5,000? Is they lower the base clock a bit, and I think they increase the boost usually.
I mean, what are you going to do? You're not going to be able to buy RAM for it anyways.
That's true. Oh my gosh, RAM is.
I don't know what to do. Honestly, I swear to God, I don't know what to do. Do I hold out and wait for it to get worse, or sell now? I honestly don't know what to do.
And it is getting worse. Like, what was it? I was gonna do a video on it. I haven't yet. I've been getting pop-ups like crazy from different tech like bloggers, and like, what was it? Corsair. It was a Corsair, I think. Someone they sent in their RAM. They had 96 gigabytes or something was worth, like right now with the market's like $1,000, and they got fake RAM, like dim kits instead, the LED version where there's no RAM in it. It's just there to populate your slots with LED light, so it looks like RAM, but there's no RAM in it. And they're like $35, and that's what he got for replacement, straight from Corsair's warranty. Like, I was like, holy crap.
That's bad.
Yeah, and then we're going up on the Reddit. They said like populating all 4 of your slots actually slows down your CPU. So you're better to get 2 sticks that are really big, and then you use those $35 ones to populate it to make it look cool, type of thing.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah,
I didn't actually really know that, but I was realizing, hey, that makes sense too. So I was like, yeah.
Yeah, I know from experience that the DDR5, like, once you load that second bank of RAM, Expo doesn't work anymore. You gotta slow the RAM down. It's awful.
Interesting, because I got 4 in mine right now, but that's just my workstation. Like, I'm not using it for anything major. But
well, let's see. We've got, what was it I saw on, was it Tom's Hardware, that the 5800 3D? 5800 3D is like more expensive now than it first came out because people are buying it.
Oh yeah, I see that too. The 5800 costs more than the 9800.
Yeah, because you can get DDR4.
Oh yeah, maybe that's what it is. So yeah, it's getting sold out everywhere or something. I don't know if I have it. No, I got 3700. I don't have the 5000 series of that.
Yeah. I don't know. Once again, I don't know. Do I sell my 3900X machines? I mean, I kind of think I should. And people just buy it for the RAM. I don't know.
Yeah, it's insane right now. I don't know what to do either. I have no clue. Like, I'm up in the air because I know like it makes sense to sell it. Just like when Ethereum was booming and GPUs were expensive and there were shortages, and instead of standing in line or she stood in line and people were scalping and stuff, and they're making so much for the hardware. But a lot of people obviously just bought them and mined ETH and didn't sell them when obviously that was the time to sell your hardware. We knew POS was coming around the corner. We ran the numbers. We knew mining would suck at that point, but most people didn't because the profits were there. And, profits, FOMO, all that stuff is just bad. Same thing with the Zcash miners. Currently, people buy them for $9,000. But now we're on to the RAM thing. We're on the same thing here. Like, do we sell it now? Now, the boat I'm in is like, yeah, it makes 100% sense. Sell your RAM now. Maybe keep a rig or two to test around, play for me, make videos, whatever. And then you can obviously buy it all back super cheap in a year or something. Whenever this whole thing blows over, it will get super cheap again, probably cheaper than it ever has been because it will end up being so much out there because of this. And then whatever pops will pop. But the thing is, when you sell that and you actually have the money, then you end up just spending it on stupid stuff and it's gone. Right. So that's my debate. If I have the money, it's in my bank account in my hand, I'll just spend it. Now, like, oh, now everything's cheap. I can't afford to get my RAM back. So
Yeah.
there's also that dilemma there.
And it's the end of the year, right? So if it's time to harvest any, crypto tax losses. So we've got 4 or 5 days for you to go sell and buy back your crypto if you're going to do tax harvesting for crypto. So
Yeah, I
there's
seen
that
post
too.
something about that on Twitter where you bought one Bitcoin at 126,000, and then you went and sold it now at whatever it is. Then you end up getting a capital loss or whatever of
Yep.
like 38,000. You just buy it back. You still have that one Bitcoin. So like, there's that.
I mean, you should. I mean, you should do that. I mean, if you FOMO'd in that high, but we've all got losses. I mean, everyone's got. This has been a rough year. It's been a disappointing year. This was supposed to be, and I did a post on the Viper Discord, just thanking everyone for the year, but it was a real disappointment. This was supposed to be the bull run for alts. This was supposed to be the year, and it was just a massive disappointment. And we turned off some coins. We turned off Nexa. That's a huge disappointment. Turned off Sax. Was it Sax Talks or whatever? That just never materialized. And then we lost Chlor last week too. Because they went, yes.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. So in 1 week we turned down 3 coins.
It's crazy. Hey, Yeti, what is happening over there? Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, crazy. Yeah. Well, so what's going on with Nexa? Like, I seen you talking yesterday something about Nexa's forking to CPUs. They're just gonna bypass GPUs altogether and go straight back to a CPU thing.
Oh yeah, their people talk to us and it's like, hey, hang out a little bit longer. Or in a couple months, we're gonna hard fork to CPU coin and algo.
Interesting, because like we all knew from the get-go that Nexa would eventually hit ASICs. Everyone was talking about it. ASICs. This is prime for ASICs, whatever. And then we had Dragon Ball and the Radiant thing happen and the Kaspa thing. All that happened. I wasn't really aware that Nexa had ASICs on it already, but they do when I was going over that I&I video. But yeah, so there's ASICs on that. And now it seems like they want to fork back to CPUs, which is hopefully it works out good for us. But like, I don't know. Like,
I mean, their schedule. Those guys are just not that fast at doing things.
It'll be a while.
So I don't know when it's going to actually happen, but they're not going to change from that 7-day block maturity thing.
Yeah, I don't understand that. Why?
That drives me nuts.
Why does it take so long for confirmations like that? I don't get it.
They're doing it so that people won't mine and sell, which all you have
to same thing, whether you're getting paid that day, that hour, or a week later, you're still going to mine and sell. So
Yeah, I mean their excuse is, we don't want people to mine and sell, but then all that happens is that someone comes in, buys a bunch of coins, and then prepays all the maturity. So I mean, we saw that happen. It happens with lots of coins. So yeah, I just can't get behind it.
Yeah, I don't know. The miners are getting a lot of hate for coins not taking off when obviously it's their issues, it's the coins issues. People don't care about the stuff as much as people were hoping they would.
Yeah, yeah. It's what was that other coin that was complaining about miners this past week?
Now
Not
we have this one here. Someone brought up a good point. I don't know, and there was Discord or there's a chat or something from a stream. I don't remember what it was, but Zill and we're like, oh no, I think it was in Discord, in my general chat. Someone said, Rabid, do a video on Zill or something. So here we'll take a quick thing. You obviously know they went to proof of stake to try and be better for them, but the same typical excuses, and then minor sell pressure. But all that's happened since they've done that is the coin went downhill. So who's to blame for that now? Zill stakers? Or are they going to be blaming miners still from miners that hodled and now they're finally dumping it? I don't know. But
I don't know. I mean, what have I done on Ethereum? I used Ethereum just the other day to buy something. I mean, that Ethereum's been sitting in my wallet since mining days. I haven't even looked at it. Right? I mean, why? It's yeah. So what else has been going on? We've got Quai Network did something, didn't they? Do a fork or?
Yeah. So let's just go to. Oh, I wish I knew where that website was now. I think I got it in this where Core just killed GPU. Quai profitable right here. I just want to go to it for a second so I can find the links. Blockchain checker SOAP. Here it is. How do I close that now? Yeah, they got their SOAP here.
Oh yeah, it's the SOAP thing.
Yeah, so they did their fork and they're kind of doing a cubic thing. And this website here, I'll just put it in the chat so everyone can go to it if they want to check it. It's in that video, but instead of searching for it like I just did, I'll just give you guys the link right there. So I'll bring you to this page, which pretty much shows the same thing. So what they did is they forked from Prog POW to, I guess, multi-chain. So now they're running it on Kapow, they're running it on SHA-256, and they're running it on Script. So Kapow is Ravencoin. Obviously, Script is Litecoin and Dogecoin, and the SHA-256 is Bitcoin Cash. And on top of that, they also, because how are they going to pay all the miners to mine this? How does it make sense? They actually increased their emissions by 5 times. So I don't know what their emissions were before. So if it was 1,000, now it's 5,000 a day for a quick example. So I don't know what it was. And on top of that, as difficulty increases, which I didn't find out till after I did my video, the emissions increase a bit more as well. So it's like they're trying to help miners almost as much as they can by everything ever asked for is we need more emissions. We don't want halvings. We don't need this, blah, blah, blah. And it's like they're trying it. So that's actually kind of interesting. So yeah, 5x their emissions, and when the difficulty increases, it's not a massive amount, but the emissions increase a little bit more as the difficulty goes up, and then it'll drop a bit as difficulty goes down. Now, the other thing here is you're mining these 3 coins. So here's the part that, no matter what, you're always mining Quai. You're never getting any of the other coins, though. So that's the thing. That's why they increase their emissions, because they're paying everyone in Quai. So as you mine Kapow, you're mining their parent coin, which is Ravencoin, but you're getting Quai only. And what's happening with the Ravencoin is they are selling the Ravencoin, and then they're buying some Quai, kind of like Cubic, and burning it. But they're also giving some of that to the stakers as well. And then the same thing for Script. You're going to need your ASICs for that, obviously. You're mining Dogecoin and Litecoin, but you're only getting Quai coin because of the X emissions that they delivered to each chain. So And then the same thing for the SHA-256. And then all of that stuff that they sell on the parent chains is then buying Kwai and being burned and stuff. So here we can see, since they did it, 2.5 million Kwai has been burned, so $70,000 worth. Total revenue so far is 74,000. 24-hour revenue is 8,000. So this is. Oh, I didn't want to click on that. Oh, that didn't go for you guys, just me. Okay, that makes sense. But all this extra money that they're getting from mining this, we can see it's all just pretty much being burned. So what you're getting paid out is just emissions of Kwai. We're not seeing any of this, but it was more profitable to mine this. So I'm just going to jump into here now and see if that's still the case. We go into the ASICs here and look at the L9 and stuff, because hashrate.io is the only one that actually has this listed. When you go to mining now and stuff, I don't see Kwai added in yet. I imagine it's going to be soon, but I just want to go to an L9 for an example. Here we can see, I don't know which version this is.
840, huh?
Yeah, so this is the 16 gigahash version, 840 profit. Now, if we jump into mining now, we look at an L9, we can see it's only 4 something. So you're getting double. You're pretty much getting double the profitability because of all that extra emissions and everything. So it's better to use this hardware on Kwai right now because of it. They're trying to help out miners with the extra emissions and everything that's been going on. And
but
I know
where does that money come from? Where does this extra money come from?
That's what I mean. Like,
how?
That's the question we all ask. Now look at Flux. They always had their halvings. They removed the mining thing completely. They went to POS. We have everyone's always trying to remove do halvings, deflation, because it's better. And as we know, Dogecoin, it used to have at first. It hasn't had for years and years and years. And it makes sense that we won't see higher all-time highs because of that, but it still continues to pump and stuff. Now it's just the same thing. Flux, when they did their thing, didn't they also increase the maximum supply or something? So it's just like everything else. So before, they just changed their block rewards from say 2 to 8 now or something. So that's all they do. They just increase it. As you know, most blockchains will say that's impossible, it's something bad to do, whatever. This is helping miners, as we could clearly see here. It's more profitable to mine. The other interesting thing here is look at the price. Kwai is second place in gains with all these extra emissions. So
how?
I don't know. Who knows? I have no idea how that's all playing out. But miners, it's helping miners. And so far, it's working. One thing, I want Kwai to do very well for this very reason. I think I'd laugh my head off if Kwai ends up doing something crazy and just starts mooning for no reason, because we don't know why things moon these days. But I think it would be awesome if it did. And every other coin that says it's the stupidest thing you could do, we need to cut our emissions, we need to do this, we need to blame miners, and obviously they're all failing. I think it'd be hilarious.
So looking at your screen right now, if I'm looking at the market cap, that QRL has a market cap of what, 220?
QRL, where we at? Right here, yeah. It's only 254K.
And then Kwai Network only has 21 million. It's like an order of magnitude more that QRL has for market cap.
Yeah, it's weird. It's crazy. 220 to...
Yeah, it's an order of magnitude.
Yeah, hardly has any. That's weird.
I mean, I can see how you can move markets that way, but
11.1. But look at the volume on it too, though. Like, that's weird. Like here, like QRL only has 254K, but there's $11.1 million here in volume.
Yeah, I don't understand something.
306 there. I don't know what's happening there, but QRL, or which one's the actual volume? Is it the top number? This is 825K, and then that's versus only 306. You know what? We're gonna have to go into this to figure that out. Let's go to Kwai here and see.
Oh, the pirate, my man. Price is up because ASICs didn't get paid out yet. There's like a 2-week delay.
Oh yeah, they're doing the 2-week delay thing. That's right.
2 weeks.
When did this start? When was the fork? When did I do my video? That's the day of the fork. That's right. Kwai's doing 2 weeks. I forgot about the 2-week thing. What date did I do this on? If I go into here, does it say? 8 days ago. Oh yeah, so it's only been 8 days since the fork. So we'll see what happens in the next 5-6 days.
Man, I don't know. Those major. See, I can't get behind that, man.
That's right. We're gonna have to wait. Once in 8 days, we'll see the effects because then all the chains are gonna start getting their payouts, and then we'll see how things start moving. Now, what is the actual? So the volume here is 89,000 on MEXC and 38,000 on Gate IO. And I do believe they also have a Kraken listing coming. And then they're also supported on the Tangent hardware wallet. They also got hardware wallets. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, mine some had the big guy on a podcast with him, and the guy is great. He's super smart, like super smart. Been in it for what 12, 14 years now in crypto. He knows what he's doing. He's way smarter than me. Way smarter than me. But I just can't get behind these 1 week block maturity, 2 week block maturity times. It's a total killer.
Oh, it is. It's horrible. I don't like it either. You just never know what's happening. But like I said, we'll just have to wait and see. That's when the floodgates, I guess, will open up in 2 weeks from the initial fork. When we're going to see everything happening. So about a week. So probably in, I guess, 2 weeks from now, we'll see how it's sitting with everybody. And I think it'll be interesting. But most likely, if all the sell pressure comes in, then obviously it's going to go down. But I would really like to see this succeed. One, because they're like, we love our miners. Come on, miners, mine our coin. Where everyone else is saying, get out of here, miners. You're ruining us, type of thing.
Yeah.
And I really want to see them actually succeed, because this will prove that the classic we need our halvings and stuff to a T. And then my main reason too is I don't even think that coins just say that. I think because maybe, like, I don't want to say most of the devs don't know what they're doing. Maybe they don't. Maybe obviously lots of them are smart and do know. But to me, everything's running on this 4-year halving schedule. Everyone's doing this. But for the most part, I think it's because all they did was fork something, and it's built into the code already by default. And they just run with the classic argument of why it's there.
Yeah. So, I mean, you and I have talked about this before, right? It's like, if you really want deflationary happens. People lose their wallets, right? Like it happens automatically. There's no need for this halvening stuff. I mean, just no need for it. In my opinion.
For sure. Jock McMiner says, is it worth mining Tari with XMR? Do you have a vid on it? I do have a video on it when it first started happening, but that's obviously dated. At the time, it looked really good. It was very well, but obviously things are different now. So we'd have to actually, do I have my spreadsheet here? No, I don't. I keep having to look around the camera. If anyone's wondering why I'm like this all the time, I'm looking around my camera to see the top right corner of my screen to get at some of the smaller tabs there. So I'm going to have to actually run this through some new numbers. So let's just I'll just go down to here. So here we have Tari merge and then Monero and Tari only. So we just have to get an update on all these miners. So I'm just going to go to XMR here. And by itself, so 6.92 gigahash now. So let's just go Monero 6.92. That's crazy. 4.2. So it's not up too much, but it's high. 692. Now I need to find.
So what Tari? Do we not think hashrate.no is correct? Do we think they're wrong on that?
Sometimes I think it might be right, but I feel that hash rate is slow to update, like by days sometimes. So, I always like to just do this to make sure. But we'll actually look at hash rate. I'll find out what these are. Then we'll see what hash rate says. We'll have an idea, how close it is right now.
Yeah.
Tari RX. No, I don't want Tari RX. No, I guess I need it eventually, but
yeah. I'm looking at what a 3900X would do right now.
So 137. Oh, this is down. And then
so Crypto Pounder's dog asks, is the THT test lab done? And I'll give a little update here real quick. So apparently there's a very large miner that has the ability to turn on as much hash rate as they want at ridiculously low power costs. And so that's like, there's no need to continue. They own the network. I mean, there's just,
oh yeah, the Tari thing.
well, not the Tari,
Or not the Tari, the THT.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can't compete with them.
No, they're
not botnets. They're not botnets.
No, it's not botnets. It's FPGAs, and they've got super cheap power, and there's just no competing.
And yeah, if they wanted to, there'd be a hash rate spike. That's like a nuke went off.
Yeah.
It would be pretty insane.
Yeah, I mean, we there's nothing we can do to compete. So you move on to the next thing and just let them have their cake, right?
Yeah, but if it was still CPUs, yeah, you'd have a chance. But they're more advanced now.
I mean, there's a way to compete. We just learn how to program FPGAs and have FPGAs.
There we go. And now we have, Whitefire. Someone's going to get whiffed to this, and there we go, Osprey, and they're always looking for something else. So,
yep.
Okay. Where was I here? Monero there. That there. Tari only was that. Any prices now? Tari price is at 00209. 00209. 209. All right, Monero price.
All right, give me 1 sec. I'll be back.
All right, 439 on Monero's price. 439. All right, so this is kind of what I got now. Okay, this can't be right. Oh, 77. Okay, that's 77. 20. This is a 7950X's. So it looks like 77 cents on Tari only. Now, I don't know if this is right. Was I reading the correct one? I want to go into actually, let me see here. Tari Explorer. I just want to confirm I was looking at the right hash rate number. So Tari only. SHA-3, Tari random X. Yeah, they're down to only around 137. Okay. 137 or so. What did I find? 137. Yeah, that's what I had. So 77 cents if you were mining Tari all by itself on a 7950X. Now, mining Monero and Tari together, you're only getting 62 cents. So it makes more sense by the looks of things to mine Tari all by itself. Adding Monero into there, you're actually losing money because the hash rates are so much higher. Like we have Monero sitting at 6.9 gigahash. We have Tari on the merge mine side at 4.2 gigahash, where on Tari only, we're only sitting at 137 megahash. Hash rate is so low compared to the other two because people just look at the charts. Oh, Monero's pumping, this pumping, let's go mine it. Let's add in the Tari for the bonus, and no one really does the numbers. And it's looking like if you were just on Tari by itself, you are making more. So that's what the spreadsheet is showing us. Let's see what hashrate.no is kind of showing us. So let's go to CPUs now. Let's go to 7950X. Now the 7950X on hash rate is messed right up because it tells you you're using like 220 watts and you're getting less hash rate than an X3D. So I always just go by the X3D numbers because it's closer and they both pretty much hash the same. This X3D is slightly less power, but not much. So here's Tari Random X. 76 cents. So that's Tari by itself. Tari Random X, 76 cents. So yeah, that's actually pretty accurate. I'm at 77. So yeah, that's pretty close to being accurate right there. Is the revenue is 76 cents on Tari only for 41-cent profit at 12-cent power. So that's actually not bad.
Whoa.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
And if we come into here and actually look at it, we can see here's what my spreadsheet says, 77 cents. So hash rate's actually looking pretty good there. And we kind of explained earlier why this is the case. Merge mining the two, you're only getting 62 cents before power. So yeah, you're better off mining Tari all by itself right now on your CPU. Interesting. So that's looking pretty good. Factor I've never tried because you need what? You need good internet for that.
Oh, Factor. Yeah, you're just doing factorials. Yeah.
The QRL actually isn't that bad either. 34-cent profit, 68-cent revenue.
It'd be really nice if we could figure out how to optimize, Random X. Boy, wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah, it'd be nice to get a new Random X miner for sure. But I think it'd be really hard to defeat XM Rig.
Yeah.
That'll be a tough one. But hey, you never know. There might be something in there. But at the same time, like, what is going on with Random X V2? Like, I haven't heard anything on that for a while.
I saw they were looking for comments on optimizations for it. But that was like 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Okay, we just see what's going on in chat. We went to THT. Botnet guy, gotcha. I had to pop out for a bit. Did we talk about Zealous hash rate yet? No, we didn't. XMR is basically all-time high territory. Yes, XMR it's at all-time high territory for sure. Cycle peaks, like I don't think we're going to see any massive more gains on that. So
no, it's over.
And so it's gonna. I thought it was over though when it went to 4. I sold originally months ago at 402. I was like, all right, it broke its 400. I'm good. Then it went to 470. But again, you sell when the stuff's going up, not when it peaks, because then it just goes down from there. So you never know. It's hard to time the very tops of things, but selling the volume. I'm happy with 402 Monero myself personally, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at that Tari Random X. I mean, 16-cent profit on a 3900X.
39.
I mean, maybe I'm just spoiled, but if I'm not making over $1 on a 3900X, I'm like, me.
Yeah, no, that's true too. Like, what it comes down to, like, there's a couple ways to look at it. I'm the same way. Like, is it worth turning on for 10 cents, 5 cents? Most likely not.
Yeah.
Maybe 40-cent profit could be. Like, it all comes down to how many you have, what your power costs are. But now we're looking at profits. Let's say, let's just go 40.
I mean, even if you had it for a penny, even if you had power at a penny, right? You're still only making 40 cents. I mean, it just.
Yeah, well, yeah, for sure. But like 20. Yeah, like in theory, like I think about it right now, 41-cent profit for me with 23 rigs, that's almost $10 a day in the profit. So that's actually not too shabby if you start adding up. If someone has 100 rigs, you're making quite a bit more, and someone has 1,000 rigs, you're making quite a bit more. But obviously for a home miner with just one, then you're not really using any power, so you don't care about your power bill. And it's just crazy. And I remember I was looking back a few days ago on, like, when I first built my gaming PC and how it took 1 year for me to mine enough, and when I'm not playing games, to buy my first dedicated CPU miner. And that's how I grew. 1 turned into 2, and then from 1 year it took 6 months. But I was looking back at videos. Do you know how much a 3900X was making all by itself? Like, yield wise on Monero, it was making 0.01 Monero a day. Like, right now, my 20 rigs make a fraction of that.
Yeah.
So one 3900X 4 or 5 years ago was making 0.01 XMR a day. Because I remember I was making like almost an XMR a month or something on my single 3900X at the time. Like, it was insane.
Yeah.
And now you look forward, now you look back, and I'm like on the narrow ocean when I had like all 40 some rigs before I sold the pan, and I wasn't even getting the same amount profit switching as that one single 3900X was getting. Like not even half. It's
Well, I mean,
crazy.
remember what the Ghost Rider, which help me out here. Ghost Rider algorithm.
Yeah, Raptoria.
Raptorium, thank you. It totally eluded me. I still remember being in the car talking with someone and just watching every single day that chart hockey stick straight up.
Yeah.
And like your 3900X was making $8 a day or some stupid number like that.
Yeah. I think it got up to 11.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was insane. They were making more than GPUs on F.
Yeah. Yeah. But, this is where we find ourselves. And like I said earlier in the broadcast, right? It's like this alt season's just been so disappointing.
Oh
Just,
yeah, like we have Kaspa, we had Aletheum, we have all these coins that people that haven't seen a bull run. We're like, all right, first bull run's coming for these coins. Think they're gonna explode, and they all just died. Like nobody cares.
yeah.
But I think ETFs may also have a lot because like that's not money coming into the markets. That's just fake Wall Street paper money that's in and out of Bitcoin and Bitcoin only. None of that money sees the markets like we did previously.
Yeah. And we need real revenue, right? Like I've said this before. The only reason Ethereum really moved anything was because they had some form of revenue because of, stupid monkey pictures and stuff.
Yeah, that's right. And yeah, the block reward fees are just exploding, and then right away at FDevs, oh well, we can't give that to the miners. We got to cut that revenue out.
Yeah. And that was the only reason it moved was they had revenue. I mean,
Yeah, but it was.
No, just saying, like if any coin, pick it. It doesn't even matter. Pick it. If they had real revenue, that could carry all the mining and they would explode. But we don't have anything that has any revenue.
Oh, for sure. There's always just new coin after new coin after new coin. One's a fork. Most likely, one decent project comes out and 20 forks follow it of the same thing. And like, yeah, like nobody is actually using and adopting any of these types of platforms. So like, yeah, they need to be used and stuff in order for them to grow. And nobody cares about any of these other coins.
Yeah, I have to wonder if it's not market makers on these exchanges pumping these coins to have transactions, and then they just they make their money and they ramp down and move on to the next one. Is it all the exchanges that are keeping these forks alive, and making their money off of them?
Well, there could be lots to do. I think with all those what are they called? All those meme coins probably do something like that. Like look how fast Binance and MEXC and all these exchanges, a new meme coin comes out, boom, it's listed like instantly because all the trading volume's there. And then they only last a week, then it's done. But like they get listed so fast. Then other projects have to pay millions of dollars and things like that to actually get listed at certain places. And it's crazy. It's crazy. It's definitely they know where people like to FOMO, and that's where they jump to constantly.
Yeah. I mean, I'm looking at Oregon, right? And it's
the lottery.
Yeah, I mean, well, they're doing mining staking, but I mean, they had real revenue there from people staking and doing all that sort of stuff. And I mean, I got to give them credit. They were innovative. They did it.
Yeah, they did.
I mean, they're making money. It's making the coin go up.
Zafar says, I made some decent money on RTM. That was before epic prices exploded on eBay.
Everything exploded on eBay during that time.
Oh, yeah. When CPUs started getting super profitable like that, oh, yeah, it exploded. Now, one thing we're kind of still good about is the fact that it's not harder to scale, but it's almost like solar panels. It takes up so much more room to scale a CPU farm and stuff. So unlike GPUs where you could just scale, slap a whole bunch into a little 12 card rig and stuff like that and keep going and going and going and stack it up to the roof. With CPUs, you can't really do that. And that's actually people don't want to get into CPU mining because one, they're a lot of them say, "Oh, GPU is way faster. Why would I want a CPU? CPU mining sucks. That's from 2010 or whatever." And then the scaling thing is the other aspect. But I think that's one reason why at least we have some profit is because it's harder to scale. Some people think it's a lot more expensive, but really, realistically, to build a rig, well, not anymore. Before RAM prices exploded, it was about the same as buying a GPU. And a lot of people thought it was a lot more expensive because you had to build a rig when that wasn't the case. They just never looked into it. They just thought, oh, I need this, this, and this. And they're just lazy. So reality is, people just don't like the scaling part. So that's actually keeping us a little bit, at least in the profitable range. And we never really had an Ethereum. Raptor, if it would have continued a little longer, we probably would have had an Ethereum based event there, but we didn't. And obviously they stayed proof of work. So hopefully something happens again. That'd be awesome if Raptorium does do great things in the future. Like they're supposed to have good things coming, but will it actually happen? It comes down to every other coin, Kaspa, this, that. Nobody seems to care about these other coins. No one's using them. No one's putting money into them. No, like they're just not being used. They're not being adopted. So, they're just not doing anything.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if there was a way to do like this large language model training on grouped CPUs. Like I know you can, but I don't think it's very wide how they do it. But even then, right? Like all these rental platforms that say that they're doing LLM rentals and stuff, Octa.Space, all these other ones. It's mainly just mining crypto.
Yeah. Yep. That's all it is.
So, Rabid, what's going on? We got a couple of days before New Year's. How are you positioning yourself for next year?
I don't know yet. I really have no idea. I, I'm kind of just back against the wall saying, how is this going to play out? Just wait and see. Now, I feel the cycles are still going to do the cycle stuff. We're just going to continue dropping until the end of next year before we start climbing again. But there are some interesting things like James Wynn, who's some guy on Twitter, who he's been right about a lot of stuff. Like he's just been doing cycle stuff too. October hit, he started short, and everyone saying, no, it's going up December. People are just hopeful, and everything started crashing. But now he's starting to wonder. He's like, 2026 might show a little bit of difference. So I'm up in the air now. I still feel the cycle's going to do its thing, but he's coming out thinking maybe something might actually happen because Bitcoin's falling behind all the retail investments and all the other things. All that stuff is probably going to start coming down here soon. And now the thing is and that's a big is if any of that money flows back into crypto through Bitcoin, there's a big possibility that we could see a nice run sometime early 26. But again, I don't know. I still feel the cycles are going to do the cycles thing is going to crash, but there's still the possibility of that. The other possibility is wave 4 of the altcoins still is happening around anywhere between now to the end of the year. So next week or so to possibly January, possibly for that last final wave, the coins that usually bump a couple months after Bitcoin sees its peak. So we still have that last phase that's coming. Hopefully it happens and one of our coins are in that or something, or a couple of them. I don't know. Monero's seeing that after Bitcoin pump. So that's good there. But for the most part, like I don't really expect anything to really do much because they didn't do it in any of the other waves that usually hit as well. So I don't know what I really plan on doing. I'm just going to have to sit back, watch, see what's profitable, see what's not, see if I have to try to transition the farm in any direction. I feel like I still think there's still too many GPU miners holding on for hope. So I think CPUs might still be another cycle to keep, but I'm just going to wait in there because, originally I was always thinking, GPU miners will finally, wishing a new Ethereum will come. There'll be a new one coming. There's always going to be a new one coming. and it never happened. So I was always thinking this would be a reset cycle for GPUs. And then coming into 2029, we might start to see some profitability again because so many people finally gave up and quit. But like a lot of people are obviously talking negative about the markets and it sucks, but there's still just too much hardware out there. Not enough has quit. There's still zero profits anywhere. So I still think it's looking rough then. There's still too many people hoping that something's going to pop up. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm still just kind of watching everything and see what to do.
Well, personally, I'm going to completely redo my mining shed and like reorganize, set up some different power areas. Just, while things are sort of like unknown and I don't have to mine, I think I'll move some things around, clean some things up so I can find them when they go down.
Yeah.
But I think with what's going on with gold and silver and the fact that when it comes time and people want to have settlement with silver and they're not going to be able to get it, and the fact that Bitcoin has like lagged so far behind those other asset classes, something's got to give. I mean, at some point, there's going to be a reversion to the mean.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so that's going to happen rather sooner rather than later. Because like, isn't the price to mint a Bitcoin 77,000? I mean, we're almost there now, and typically we don't go below that. So if I see 77,000 again on Bitcoin, and that's still the price to mint one, I'll probably take some of my powder and buy some more Bitcoin. In that regard,
Yeah, I'm not sure. It probably obviously it depends where you are. Also, some places mint it a lot cheaper.
Yeah. But I mean, that just seems to be the only things we can do right now is just wait, watch, see what's going on, and have your mining shed, your miners ready to go, and like use this as good downtime to do the maintenance on them.
Yeah, like right now, like it's a good time for me to actually shut that 9950X3D off. Well, it is off right now, but like I know it's off, and I can pull my workstation apart. Well, I still gotta do videos in between. So like it's like right after I record a video, rip it apart and build my new one here finally, because this thing is like it's been a pain. It's been going on for months now. And I always complain about it sometimes in streams. Past couple streams, my computer has rebooted in the middle of the stream. So it's been getting worse and worse. And I don't know. I think it's the motherboard. Like I'm not 100% sure that, or maybe my 4090 is blowing up. But yeah, like it took me an hour and some just to get into Windows today. Because it reboot and then it'd start doing the spinny thing right after the BIOS, and my keyboard and Stream Deck would shut off. And then it spins for a while, and my keyboard and Stream Deck would turn on, and then everything flashes black, and then it turns off, and then it'll load in the Windows. That's how I know it's loading. But like usually you turn it on, and boom, 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 it's there. Like it's taking a long time to do so, and then half the time it decides it wants to reboot in the middle of that, and then it comes back and says, "Oh, diagnosing," and sometimes the diagnosing could take a half an hour, so I just shut it off and go again, so it doesn't even do that. And then other times they get an error saying, "Oh, BIOS error, something this." I reflashed the BIOS to the latest one. It worked good for a day, and now it's back to doing it again. And I don't know. I'm just like, hey, I'm just gonna put in the brand new system. I've been getting like little codes up top because the gigabyte ones, the elites and stuff, have the codes. Usually 00 is perfect. That's what obviously my X870 is doing with 9950XT. It's saying that, but it's been doing like stuff like 01s and 3Fs. Right now it's on 8F. But every time I Google that and look it up, it says, "Oh, that's just a code to add in if they need to add a code later. It's all fine. Everything's fine." So I'm like, well, what the heck is going on here? Like it's constant. I changed the power supply. I got a brand new hard drive for Windows. I tried that exact same thing. So I have extra drives. I tried different RAM. I took 4 sticks, went to 2. Went to 1 stick, and I tried all 4 sticks as single. All of it's doing the exact same thing. So I'm like, all right, well, and it started on the 7950X, and that's why the first thing I did is like, well, maybe the CPU is crap. I'm gonna put in the 7950X 3D, and then I put the 7950X into a mining rig. It mines just fine. So. Yeah, so that's where I'm at with this. I'm like, all right, this is screwed. I'm just gonna build a new one with that one and go from there.
Yeah,
Turn
yeah.
this into just a dedicated rig again.
Well, then you'll know once you do that what the actual problem is.
Right. Well, I don't think I'll know what the actual problem is. I just get it to finally work. Not run into headaches every time I try to record videos or middle of editing, and then it just shuts down on me. And it's so slow to do anything to load.
That's
Like
got to be RAM. That's got to be RAM.
it's possible, but I tried them all. Unless all 4 sticks are bad. I never tried a stick out of a different rig though, so maybe I could try that. But
Yeah.
it's just weird. And then sometimes when Windows pops up, it always has a failed to load script error. And sometimes in the BIOS, when it's loading, it says some type of other error. And I don't know, it's just a mess. So yeah, it's a good time to build my other workstation.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. Speaking of that, I have to go back and watch your old video because this guy just came in today.
Oh, what do you got? Is that the I&I?
Yep.
You got the I&I.
I figured why not.
See, there's two things about this. If I&I is a scam and stuff, well, it's looking like it is, but it might be good for people to have the miner because that's going to keep people away from it and it'll stay profitable and you'll be able to ROI. So there's one bonus of this whole thing, unless the entire chain just shuts down.
Yeah. It came with that really weird power supply, like that.
What? Mine didn't even come with one.
It came with a 240 volt only, 12-volt power supply, 2,000 watt, and
The heck?
yeah. I figured I'll just hook it up to a regular server power supply, but
That looks like one of those ones I used to catch on fire 4 years ago.
yeah, I don't like fire except in my
No.
fireplace.
Yeah, I just hooked mine up to one of those ones I got from Parallel Miner years ago.
Okay, good. Then
1200 watt one.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, that's interesting. That was nice of them to send that. But I was just looking at, okay, I got to set up this wallet and whatever. And this is totally different hardware from the Dragon Ball miner because I've seen the Dragon Ball miner. This is totally different. It may use the same algorithm as Nexa with the nonce in a different place, but it's totally different hardware for sure.
Okay, interesting.
Don't connect it to your internet. I've got the mining shed on its own. The mining shed is on its own subnet, its own public IP. It's completely.
I can't remember. Did Panda check if it was going anywhere? He usually checks with weird things like that.
I don't know.
Weird
Panda's having a hard time streaming. I mean,
yeah, now he's on vacation. But yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he did that or not because usually he does that. So I'm curious. I wonder if that. Do you have anything that'll do that? Read where it's going?
Of course.
Oh yeah, I guess. Dumb question. Why would I even ask you that? You should check. You should hook it up to that. Tell us if it, someone's trying to hijack some info or something through the network or whatever.
Yeah, we can record TCP dump on the router and find out.
Yeah, see if it does anything. Because mine's hooked to my main network. I only have one network, so I gotta do all this crazy stuff.
But it's a small box. I've never had a small.
Oh, it's tiny, but it's a 110 millimeter fan. I measured it.
Yeah, is it loud?
No, it's quiet.
Oh, I love that.
It's like a PC fan.
Okay.
That you have in your computer, like with those 120 mils or whatever.
Yeah.
So I mean, low hum.
That's perfect. I mean, once I figure out if it's decent or not, well, you got to run a 240 volt power. No, maybe not. Maybe I can just run off a server power supply and run it inside the house or something like that for.
Yeah, you can do that. It's 500 and some watt. I can't remember what it was.
850 watts or something like that.
No, 850 mega hash.
Oh, okay.
Power was. I can't remember what the power was. 500.
12 volt, 40 amp. What's 12 times 40?
That's how I tested the power. I ran it on 110 volt because obviously the power is just due to the power supply that you're using, not the miner itself. So.
Yeah. What is that? Yeah, 480 watts. Yeah, so 500 watts. That's nothing.
Yeah, that's making.
Yeah. Well, I like money. That's fine.
Money's good.
Just got to recoup the cost and the additional $137 had to pay UPS for tariffs.
Oh yeah, tariffs and stuff, those things. But what's the other thing? what the heck is it? The dashboard. You have to use a port number. I found out,
Oh yeah, I got to go back and look at your video, figure out which one that is.
and I got lucky on that too because what was it? Because I was watching Panda's video. I'm like, how come I can't get into the dashboard? And he had to download some tool to get into there. Kind of like it reminded me of what was that FPGA from
Oh, I know which one you're
the
talking about.
X one? No, what the heck was that miner I set up once? They lent it to me. I can't remember what it was. The A something.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I know it, and I can't.
I can't remember what it's called, but yeah, you have to use a tool and get in there and do all these things. And that's what Panda did in his. But then I was looking through the screenshots they sent me when they first tested it. Said, would you like to try this miner? And I zoomed in really close. And I couldn't really see, but I seen they had an IP and behind it a port and they had a dashboard. And I was like, what the heck is that? Because I couldn't see, it was all blurry. So I was just trying all these random numbers. And eventually I'm like, boom. Oh, yes, I got into the actual dashboard. And then I put it into that. That's a lot easier than going through that Chinese writing tool.
Well, at least these guys, they put the MAC address on the backside. At least it looks like, and then you can just use LAN scan or something like that and see what ports are open on that MAC address.
Yeah.
But now I'm anxious to look it up just to see what happens.
Yeah, for sure. Let it run.
Yeah, something different. And like you said, like there's definitely shady stuff going on. I mean, 100% shady stuff. But if no one buys the miner, it might be profitable for maybe half a year and recoup my cost.
Yeah, exactly. That's how it works. That's the way I look at things too, because I do notice a lot of people are obviously not getting ASICs and stuff like they used to. So, if people don't buy them, then obviously it stays profitable because the whole aspect is, we buy all this, the attach rate goes up, you're never going to ROI. So, with that mentality growing, things are staying profitable longer. Now it's just like, how much longer will it actually stay? So far it's been pretty good. Like, here's my spreadsheet here. Here's my ROIs I've been kind of tracking here. So I started December 9th. So far it's only paid $500, but you can see here the ROI days, how it changes each day based on what you've got. I'm keeping an eye on the network hash rate. One day here we can see it spiked to 9.37 terahash, but now it's back down to 5.97 as today. When it first started, it was 4.85. Yeah, we got all the yields, the prices I've been selling at, and the daily rewards and stuff, and how much is remaining. So there's still 2,400 from 2,900 to pay off here, but still sitting at 95-day ROI. When the very first day was the best at 77 days only.
I would like to know if I can mine to my own node.
So you could solo mine for sure. That's the whole write-up is on that.
Yeah, well, but at full hash rate, right? Like,
I forgot about that. I forgot about that whole thing with K1 pool and everything. Yeah, that's the other big thing is every other block that's not on a whitelisted address is actually orphaned. You can't even find the block. It won't let it go through. And then what is it? And only that one pool actually allows the INI box to mine a full hash rate, where GPUs, supposedly a 5090 can do 90 to 100 mega hash, but at the pool it's being limited down to only 10. So like it's making it makes no sense to mine it on this other hardware, only the ASICs, because it's not getting limited and it's only at this one pool. And at meantime, in their Discord, they're telling everyone, you can mine it on GPUs, you can mine it on all this hardware. Here's our guide, here's how to set it up. But they're not saying how it's not going to make you anything, because now you're competing. Not only are you competing with the ASICs that's getting full hash, you're also getting limited. It's like they threw in an LHR in the code for all GPUs. By like 90% LHR, not just like a 10% LHR, it's a 90% from 100 mega hash down to only 10. Like, it's insane.
Yeah. And look, they've been super quiet on the Discord. I don't know.
There were some allegations coming up, but I don't know what happened. Just in the past couple of days, people finally started talking about it. And now I seen some angriness start to come out, but now I don't know if like messages disappeared or what since then.
Yeah. Well, Fun experiment. I'll try mining to a node just to see what happens.
Yeah, give it a shot and see. And then the other thing would be, hey, I see if you can get your address actually whitelisted if that's the case, and then see what they say from there. It'd be interesting to see what they say, and then yeah, from there go on to whatever. Well, that's the interesting part, because right in their own write-up, it tells you to run a node and stuff, and how to CPU mine and stuff is all within running your own nodes. So like they have the original documentation from like when the chain first came out on how to run it without any mining pools or something.
Yep, 100%.
Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy.
Well, I think I'm gonna jump off. I've got the basement to finish cleaning up, and I'm gonna set up this new miner.
Yeah, I should probably wrap this up too. I've been here for quite a bit of time actually, not even paying attention. Craziness. Alrighty then. Guess we'll talk to you later, and everyone else out there. I hope you guys had a nice stream, and then we will be back, I guess, Sunday or something. I don't know. We'll see if I get to this workstation. I might just be lazy today also, but we'll see what happens. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you on the next one. Hit the subscribe button, share the video around, share the channel. We'll see you on the next one. Rabid and IotaPi out.